Wow, what an entrance. Okay, I've just uploaded this video because I did one earlier on today, same entrance, same dramatic music, because as I said to you in the other video, I want to start making some YouTube videos about my life in Austria, and my time in the 70s when I was at school, and the music from the 70s onwards, the music that I grew up with. Because as you know, I do a lot of work in project weeks in schools around Austria, and I thought it'd be cool to let the kids know some of the music that I grew up with. And so the first video I did today took me ages to do it, and I thought I got it right, but I made the big mistake of playing some short extracts of music from the group's past, and I didn't really know about the copyright thing. So I got a nice polite letter from YouTube saying you can't really do that. So now I'm remaking it without the music content from the ones that I suggested. But the music you just heard is my son's music, Julian, or JJ, or Jay. Jay, as most of you know, because some of you have met him. He is now producing and writing his own music, and that was one of them that he did. So each video or each YouTube video that I upload, I'm going to play some of his music, and I'd like you to tell me if you like it or not, or vote on it. So what I'm going to do, talk a bit about my time in the 70s at school, what we did at school, and what we did after school, totally different to what you guys do today. And also some of the videos will be about history of Great Britain, UK, England, France, Scotland, Wales and Ireland. And in the summertime, I'm going to be popping over to the UK to look at some of the old castles. Where I live, there's lots of old castles. So I'm going to do a bit of history of the kings and queens. So I want to do a lot of content, just to make it interesting. Whether the YouTube channel gets popular, I don't really mind. I just enjoy doing the channel. But I hope you like it. Also, my artwork. A lot of people ask about my artwork. You can check my artwork out on the Instagram, which is CrouchPaul27. You can check my artwork out there. I will be doing showing you some artwork tips later on this channel. But let's get into it anyway. So I left school 1974-75 because my birthday's in August, so just before 75 I think I left, so it's 74 officially. And the music at that time was absolutely brilliant. So if we go back to the early 70s, the most of the music was by groups like Mud, Paper Lace, ABBA, Elton John was a big hit. Queen were storming the charts with Bohemian Rhapsody, which I think was about 1975, I think. They had lots of hits then. So I did play a couple of tracks on the earlier video, which I shouldn't have done. I didn't realise that. I apologise. So what I suggest you do, I want you to go back to the 70s, okay? Look at some of the music, and I want you to tell me what your favourite band or song would have been. I know a lot of you are really young, but have a look anyway. Choose one that you think is really cool, and then we'll see which is the most popular, okay? So from 70 to 75, look at all the music then and just tell me. You'd be surprised some of the music that was out then, okay? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play Julian's music, which I'm allowed to, it's okay, and talk about what I did when I was at school, when I left school. Now, I go to a lot of schools in Austria, and I talk to some of the kids, and I always say, what's your favourite pastime? And it's always either computer games. There's a lot of games out there, I know. Some football, some tennis, but mainly it's indoor activities like computer games. Now, when I was at school, we didn't have computers or computer games. We didn't even have pocket calculators when I was at school. So our pastime was to get home from school about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Yeah, because our school started at 9:30 in the morning, and 12 o'clock we had 1 hour dinner, and then we had a couple of breaks in the afternoon. But we left at 4. I used to get home about 4:30, and the first thing I did when I got home from school was to take off the school uniform, because we had to wear school uniforms, put on my jeans and t-shirts if it was the summertime, and then my parents would still be at work at the time, and then I'd nip over to the park at the back of my house and play football with my friends. Or we used to go to, there was a big woodland or forest, if you like, in the wood, in the park, and we'd go up there and play Robin Hood and climb the trees and chase cows. Uh, and we was outside. We was never inside. Always outside. We had a television that was black and white. It wasn't colour, and it only had 2 channels, and they weren't really great. There wasn't much for kids in those days on TV. So you either did your homework when you got home. I never used to do my homework. Do your homework, and then you go out and play with your mates. And then you come home at 6, have your dinner with your mum and dad, dinner, tea, or whatever you like to call it, with your mum and dad. And then if it was summertime, you'd go out and play again until it got dark, which was about 9:30. And then when it got dark, you'd come home, have a wash, go to bed, and then get up for school in the morning. As I say, school started about 9 o'clock where I was. So we'd walk to school, and the first thing we did was, when we got to school, was go into the big hall where we had assembly, where the headmaster would stand on the stage with all the teachers next to him, and we used to stand in front. I think in my school at the time, it was a boys' school, there was about 300, 200, 300 maximum, and we'd sing songs, religious songs, and then he would tell us, the headmaster would tell us what was happening during the course of the week or during the day. And then when that finished, we all went off to our first class. And whether it be maths or English or history or geography or whatever. Sports at my school was every day 2 lessons, morning and afternoon. There was 2 lessons of sports. It was a very sporty school, mainly football, in the winter time, football. And then in the summer, it was mainly cricket and athletics. So it was quite a sporty school. And as I say, in the winter when we got home from school, if it was dark, you'd get changed, and if it wasn't raining, you might go out for a little while until dinner time or supper time, and then I used to have to be in bed by 8, 9 o'clock. But I didn't mind that because there was nothing else to do. So, but in my bedroom, I had a little plastic record player. You put the LPs or singles on it, and I used to sit and listen to music, or listen to my radio at night time until I fell asleep. So music to us then was a big thing because it was the only real thing we all had in common. The kids at school would talk about what was number 1 at the moment in the charts. Everyone knew the charts at our school. Every Sunday evening on BBC Radio 1, they'd play the top 20 music hits, or the top 10. And you'd listen to it with your radio cassette player. And then they'd say, and now entering to number 20 is blah, 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 blah. And you press record on your tape bit to try and record it. And then you have your finger hovering on the pause button before the music finished, before the DJ started talking. So you quickly pause it before he spoke. And then when he said, here's number 19, you unpause it. So you try and get the music flowing in one nice tape. Could never do it. Always got the DJ talking halfway through it. So that was our main thing that we used to talk about. Not video games, not what was on Netflix or whatever. It was what was in the charts. So music was a big thing. And I'm surprised nowadays when I go to some schools, yeah, people do know some of the music charts, but it's not as big as it was when I was at school. Music was the main thing. You know all the words to nearly all the songs that came out. And then the only good thing on television, I can't remember what night it was on, I think it might have been Friday night, was Top of the Pops. Well, I think it used to come on about 6, 7 o'clock in the evening after the news, and they'd go through the top 10. and they'd have some bands live in the studio playing their music. So that was the only thing we used to really watch. As I say, I see kids now at schools, like your school, if you're in a school at the moment, with the mobile phones. It's like it's become fixed to your hand nowadays. I think when children are born in the future, they're going to have a special grip on that hand for phones and the thumb for texting. I never see anyone nowadays without staring at the phone. Every school I go to, as soon as the break time comes, the phones come out. Even in the playground, everyone's sitting around with just their phones on, you know. And even when you go into the towns, people, you know, in their mid-20s are all walking around just looking at the phones. I don't know. Is it a good thing? I don't know. My phone, I have a phone. I admit I have a phone, but it's never out of my pocket really, because I only use it for making appointments to the doctors or phoning my son at home or project weeks, talking to teachers. I don't text many people, mind you. Is it because I haven't got any friends? Is that what it is? I don't know. Anyway, so what I want you to do is, after watching this video, if you think it's a good idea, check out from 70s onwards. Check out 70s, 70 to 75. Have a look at the music and choose what you think is your favourite. And if you know it, oh yeah, I know that song. And let me know what your favourite one is. Okay. The other thing I'm going to do is later on talk about different things we used to do in holidays and things like that. What the big thing was. The big thing was in the 70s, a new bicycle or a bike called the Raleigh Chopper. Raleigh Chopper. What a cool bike that was. You can buy them now second hand, but they cost thousands now. I don't know if any of you can remember it. It's a big handlebars like this with a long seat that went up like that. They called it the banana seat, and gear lever in the middle. Big back wheel and a small front wheel. Raleigh Chopper. I never got one. I wanted one, but I never got one. I got a racing bike, which was nice. It was nice. So have a look. See if you can find a picture of the Raleigh Chopper and see what you think. Would you like a Raleigh Chopper? I would. I'd have one now if I could find one. And also, listening to music. When I left school, I bought one of these. The Sony Walkman. Played cassettes, and I was never without this. A little clip on the back which sat on your belt, and then you had your headphones. I've lost my headphones, but you had a set of headphones that plugged into it, and you walk around listening to your music. Okay, this is actually my mum's one that she had for many years, and when she passed away, I found it in one of the cupboards, and it still works. And then, if you were really up with it with technology, and you were lucky enough to be able to afford one, you had one of these Walkmans. This is a Walkman, but it's a disc Walkman. Okay, so you had your discs, you played your discs on it. This came with a little pouch, which also could fit to your belt, and you can go jogging or whatever you wanted to do. So I'll keep it short on this one because I can't play any music. I don't know whether I'm going to try and buy some copyright licensing so I can play music, but I don't know if it's worthwhile because it's quite expensive. It's like €8 a month for one track, and I think it's a lot of money really, when I can just tell you to look it up. So, biggest selling album when I left school, 1975, was Elton John, Yellow Brick Road. So check that out. Cool album, got some brilliant songs on it. Also Queen, Bohemian Rhapsody, and my favourite was Pink Floyd. So look at Pink Floyd, Relics and Dark Side of the Moon were my favourite albums. Wish You Were Here is pretty good as well. What else can I tell you? Yeah, that's about it. So I've remade this video because the one I put out earlier on was a bit naughty because I didn't realise about the songs I'd used on it. So sorry YouTube, I didn't mean to. I hope I've not upset anybody. So if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe, because they're going to get better. Okay, at the moment I'm using my old Samsung phone, but I'm getting some more equipment so I can do some real good editing and stuff like that. And I'll be going outside, filming outside, what I do during the day, filming when I'm painting, when I'm doing my artwork. And in the summer, when the better weather comes, I will take you with me on holidays and trips out to England and on the choo-choo trains. I hate flying, so everywhere I go is on a train. So I'll be doing that as well. I'll be going to a lot of schools in the new year, so maybe I'll see you. If you're a student, I might be seeing you in one of the schools next year. I'm in a different school every month next year, so it's a good chance I might bump into you. I'll let you know in a couple of more videos later what schools I'll be in, just to make sure to confirm that it's happening. So yeah, I'm going to go off now and upload this video without any copyright infringements. But what I'd like to play for you is Julian's latest song that he's done. It's not him singing, but it's his music. He produced it, he wrote it, and it's about himself. It's called Reborn, and he's had a rough time in the last few years. He had a bad time at school. He also had, I think some of you might know, recently, he was doing well in Vienna. He was working in a computer programming company, and then he got this pain in his arm, his right arm, and he went to the doctors and then saw some specialists as well. It turns out he's got this disease called CRPS or CPRS, which is a chronic pain disease that's caused by the brain that tells the arm that the arm is broken when it's not, and there's no cure for it. He can't use his right arm now. It's very sensitive to the touch. He's always in a lot of pain, so he has to take medication for that. So what he does now, he sits at home. He's got a left-handed mouse now. He's been learning to use, but he's been writing and producing music, and it's good. It's absolutely brilliant. So I want to promote him. I want him. He's 22, so he's got his life in front of him. So I want to promote his music. So with your help as well, I'm going to go out with his latest track, which is all about him, himself. Have a listen to it, and then give me a message. Tell me if you like it or not. Say, yeah, it's brilliant, blah, blah, blah. But be honest, because he wants some critique, so he knows, if he's going in the right. I think he's going in the right direction. Maybe I'll get him to write a song for me. Well, I think he has got a song for me, but I haven't practiced yet. I'm going to might sing it live to you. I don't know. So, if you haven't subscribed already, please subscribe. Tell all your friends. Say, Paul's on the YouTube channel. You've got to see it. It's not that brilliant at the moment, but it's going to get better. Okay, it will be. I promise it'll get better. I'm still mad about fish, as you can see. So, without further ado, I'm going to play you Reborn by Julian Jamie Malik, or Jay, and tell me what you think. Here it is.
Why do I do this to myself? I thought I'm done with this. I'll keep returning to be burned. It's like I never learned. The pain I feel is what keeps me going. To feel alive, that I am who I'm meant to be. Is there something wrong with me? The way I am isn't what it's supposed to be. I keep lighting myself aflame, chasing after fame, forgetting for what I came. Something that I sworn I need to be reborn, reborn. I'll be the ash born. Turned something wrong with me. The way I am isn't what it's supposed to be. I keep lighting myself a flame, chasing after fame, forgetting for what I came. Something that I swore I need to be reborn.
Wow. So that's it. We will play some more Julian's music in the videos to come. I think that's going to take some beating. I love it. I think it's fantastic. So, what do you think? Is it good? Has he got some talent? I think he's got lots of talent. I'll also be showing you some photographs of when I was at school. Yeah. Don't laugh. I was a cute little kid. Oh yeah, by the way, I've got my jacket on. I'm feeling very British today. The first school, I just found out, I just looked, the first school next year is January. I'm in January, last week in January, I'm in Misselbach. All right. So if any of you know anyone that goes to the school in Misselbach, I'll be there. And then I'll give you some more other schools there and then we can talk. So tell your friends, subscribe, like, and let's see if we can hit 1,000 subscribers by, I don't know, March. Is that you think that's too soon? Anyway, all right. Thanks for listening. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. And I will see you on the next video, which we'll hope will be more interesting. I'm still learning how to use the production thing and how to upload stuff. So if I learn how to edit and cut properly, you won't see me doing this when I say goodbye, getting up and walking around to turn it off. I'll try and cut that bit out. But if it's still in the video, you know I haven't worked it out. So love you lots, peace, and see you on the next one.